house hacking. We're talking about house hacking. Okay. So, and talking about house hacking, I oftentimes reference the idea of, I gotta clean my glasses, guys, because it bothers me. I can't stand when they're smudgy. But in talking about house hacking, oftentimes you might hear me reference house hacking, right? Um, Especially in um, the last couple of episodes that I have done of Tuesday Tip for Two, I've talked about house hacking. Um, and just on and off, I will mention this term, house hacking. So today I wanted to talk about what is it? What is that? What would she talk about? And typically, when I do mention it, I try to explain it. Um, I think I try to do that in general because these real estate jargons that you throw around a lot of times, most people are don't know. The average person don't know, right? And me being a real estate professional, it's easy to throw around abbreviations, acronyms, words, all that good stuff, and it's like what? But I try to be very conscious to, if I'm throwing around terms that are specific to the industry, that I explain what I'm talking about. But in this week's episode, I wanted to go through what house hacking is, the meaning of it, and how it could potentially be beneficial to you. All right, so let's jump into it. I think I said my name, just in case I didn't. It is, again, me, Danielle J. Mitchell, your up and coming queen of real estate. And thank you for joining me again for today's and this week's Tuesday Tip or Two. Listen, you know what you guys need to do? You guys need to subscribe. Okay, you need to like, you need to share if this is helping you, if these videos are helping you, if this particular one it could help you or somebody else. Please share them out. Don't keep all the good information to yourself. Please share them. So, talking about house hacking, what is it? Let's dive into it. House hacking is pretty much when you buy a multi-unit property, right? So that could be a duplex, depending on where you're from. A duplex can look, a couple of ways, but in this area in Philly and Pennsylvania, duplexes are typically just a two-story building that has two units, right? Two apartment units. It's typically maybe one bedroom, two bedroom. Some are three. But it is a unit, and it could look like just a house in general from the front. Sometimes duplexes, you can't even tell that they're duplexes. But it is a two-story, two-unit building, residence that you can purchase. That's a duplex. Or, of course, there are triplexes and quadplexes and little apartment buildings that could have 3 or 4 units in them. And so that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about, not like the 20-unit buildings or anything like that. We're talking about house hacking because this is good for those who are trying to get from a duplex up to a 4-unit. And I'll tell you why we want to cap it at 4-unit in a minute. But you purchase one of these properties, you live in one of the units, and then you rent out the other units. Okay, that is house hacking. So you're pretty much an owner occupied landlord. So as opposed to buying a property and just renting it out for that cash flow, you are actually living in one of your units. What is the benefit to living in the unit? There are several, but one of them is, the reason why you do this, the reason why you do the house hacking is so that the cash that you're getting from the other tenants, from the other units, it is paying your mortgage, it is paying a lot of your bills and all that good stuff. And we'll get into more details as to why that's dope. But house hacking is a great real estate investment strategy when owning multi-family rental property. House hacking, again, is when you live in one of the multiple units of your investment property as your primary residence, right? So it is an owner occupied unit. Other thing about house hacking is you kind of, you can get one property and you can just ride that out for however long you want to. That's fantastic. But what a lot of people are doing, they'll do that with more than one property, right? They'll buy one and then a year later they'll go ahead and do it all over again. Okay, so we're going to get into why do that. Why house hack? What is the benefit? What are the benefits to house hacking? We're going to talk about that right now. So, the basic principle is that other people pay for your housing expenses, as I stated before. This is a great way to begin to build your real estate portfolio. Okay. So one of the main benefits, number one, is cash flow, right? So like I talked about earlier, you have it where you are in one of the units, and then if you have a duplex, triplex, quadplex, 2, 3, 4 units, though the cash, right, from those units is offsetting your mortgage. So hopefully it is paying all of your mortgage off, right, where you don't even have to pay it, all that money that you're recouping for your rent, it is paid off, or most of it. Okay, so if it's not paying off all, it's paying off most of it. So of course that makes life so much easier for you to be flexible to do some other things. Maybe that is to save for a single family home, right? So you're using this as an opportunity to save some money, to do some other things, or to get another investment property, all that other stuff, right? You could use the extra money to, pay down that mortgage on the property. So many different things that you can do with the extra income, or you can just take extra vacations, right? Depending on what your goals are, your ambitions are, as far as trying to secure, real estate and build a portfolio and stuff like that, the possibilities are quite endless, right? What's also great about house hacking is financing side. Okay, so the reason why I said earlier that the 4 unit, up to 4 unit thing is key, right, is because when you go for a regular home mortgage, just like if you were to go from one to buy a single family home, meaning, right, it's not a duplex, it's not a duplex, it's not a two unit, 3 unit property, but it's just for you to live, like most people, not an investment property. These loans cover duplexes, 3 units, 4 units, up to 4 units. The NACA program, something I talk about oftentimes, covers up to 4 unit property, which is excellent. It is the best home buying program out there. Grants, okay, grants out there you can use. So if you're a first time home buyer and you're like, I would love to house hack, but I don't know. Yes, most grants, pretty much all of them, you are eligible to still utilize those grants to house hack, which is to get a single family residence, 2 unit, 3 unit, up to 4 unit. So why does that matter? It matters because for single family residences, okay, so for residential properties, you are paying 3.5% down with FHA. You're paying 3% down. If you qualify on a conventional loan, maybe 5% down. But if you're just an investor who's getting a duplex or something like that you're not going to live in, but you're just getting this strictly for your investment property, you're paying 20% down, maybe 10. But a lot of times you're paying 20% down or more, give or take, right? So this is a great opportunity again to start building your real estate portfolio with less money out of pocket. Of course, if you had to come in and pay 10, 15, 20% down, that's more money you have to save, that's more time, all that good stuff. But when you do this house hacking idea, you're able to come in, save your little bit of money. Make sure you have your 3.5% and your closing costs and stuff like that. And it makes the opportunity to begin building that portfolio more tangible, right? So the great thing about this is that you become familiar with landlord. That's number 3. Great opportunity to understand what it is to be a landlord, right? And if you don't want to be a landlord, you could always get rid of the property, but hopefully you'll keep it and you'll be okay with it. It'll get you very much familiar with how to deal. And then, hey, for some people, they're like, I don't want people to tear up my stuff, right? And if you're a tenant and your landlord is in the building, you're gonna be a bit more conscious, right, of how you act in the building, of how you kind of carry yourself and stuff like that, because so I think it's a great opportunity to really be watchful of your property, as well as kind of put your foot into becoming a landlord, right? Number 4, lenders like the experience. So at some point when you're done house hacking and you're looking to do something else and buy more property, or not even done house hacking, but trying to get those conventional loans that you need to buy units, they'll see that, hey, you have experience, right? That you've already been renting out a property, you've been house hacking, and hey, they may be more viable to give you that loan. And number 5, it is a great starting point for new real estate investors. Okay, a great starting point for new investors. If you're young and single and buying your first house, and it's like, hey, no, I want my house to work for me, right? It's always an awesome, great thing to buy a house, right? Whether it's a single family, just for you to live in. But when you're able to get something where you can house hack, where that house is paying for you, right? Paying is put to building wealth, or to retire early. Hey, you do enough of these house hackings, right? You can start creating some passive income, and you can work a little bit less. So you can start putting that money away, so you can think of retiring at an earlier age, as opposed to, or it makes your retirement years, hey, maybe you have your social security or something like that, but having that passive income can allow you to live even more comfortably, add in a few extra vacations, or do some things that you may not have been able to do when you're just relying on one income, right? So that's pretty much it. House hacking, investing 101. I have a client that I'm currently working with who is looking to house hack. I'm super excited to help her. And it's just about finding that one house, that one property that's gonna, just launch her into that phase of what she wants to do, which is fantastic. And I admonish those who are, not married, no kids, please do it. Don't wait to, have some. I mean, I don't want to turn this into a counseling session or whatever session. I'm just saying that this is a fantastic opportunity for those who are young, who are out here and want to start to apply these principles of making your money work for you. This is a fantastic way to do it. Not everybody wants to be a landlord, so I get that. But if you can, work around that and really think of the long game as far as this, I think it'll be it'll pay off. All right. So that's it for today. I kind of took longer than I wanted to. I thought I was going to be faster, but Last week I was super duper fast, so I spent a little bit more time today. That is all, guys. Thank you for joining me for today's and this week's Tuesday tip. And I hope to talk to you guys soon. Listen, you know what to do. If you need my services, okay, you got to go to my link here. You go to book.djmrealtyco.com. Again, that is book.djmrealtyco.com to get you on the road to house hacking, to home ownership, to selling your home. Because guess what, guys? The inventory is still low. So we need your home. We need to sell your home. Help us. Even though the market is leveling out, the inventory is still low. It has been low for the past several years. So please, 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 let's get going. Let's get going, and we can get you started on home ownership, or buying a new home, or selling your home. Okay. But remember, there's no place like home. There's no place like home buying. There is no place like home selling. And I will see you on a new episode of Tuesday Tips at 2 next week. All right. Thank you, guys. Remember, house hacking. Okay. Tell your family, tell your sister, tell your brother, tell your cousin, tell your kids, tell your grandkids, tell them all. Okay. This is an excellent idea. And it's more tangible and logical than you might think. Okay. Let me help you. Bye, guys.